Good afternoon, I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Media News. The headlines. TF Vice President Given LUBINDA drags the UPND youths to court for defamation of character. A clergyman charges that legalizing polygamy will undermine Zambia's Christianity tag. Join me with the details after this commercial.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the ministry.
There's so much data.
Mom?
Yes, baby?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
Another media news in detail. Former workers of Best Choice Trading, a Lebanese company dealing in the production of snacks in Lusaka, have allegedly been illegally fired by their employer without reason. In an interview with Camnet News, the aggrieved workers alleged that they were served with the said later on Monday but have been left wondering as to what crime they have committed, as it has not been stated. Meanwhile, company general manager Mr. Harrison Piri, who at first declined to comment, stated that the four were employed on the basis of nepotism.
Labor disputes in Zambia are common, especially among people who work in industries. Recent months have seen various protests as workers have been demanding better pay for their work, which they say is difficult, while employers, on the other hand, have been insisting that they're paying minimum wage. Workers at such places have been calling on the Ministry of Labor and Social Security to look into their plight, alleging that various labor provisions are abrogated at their workplaces. A recent case is that of 4 workers at Best Choice and Manufacturing Limited in Lusaka, who say the company based in Lusaka's industrial area and specializes in manufacturing snacks has dismissed them without providing them reason.
Why is that without any reason? So, if we don't wish, so twice a week, it was on Saturday, last Saturday. So twice a week, I can't see to parent dismissal letter. Pakwebati, Tishi Yomulandu to Pangide Ifu. No Bogisa Sangati, yo, Tabade Pera Dizon, Valera and the Fats in Deni Findala Macheno, salary this month, na 2 days each month for leave days. So if I have twice a week, quand il faut pas se déchirer en Facebook, pere dismissal letter to ala se déchirer. And for sure, if tu as tiré le foot, tu vas te dire c'est pas mal. Pere mandi dismissal letter, là quoi, quand ça que tu ingaya, tu as compris. Vaya to pay la termination contract.
Zanishanisha ya matimi kila nchito reasons baka. So much the what job kwa manini that na mafamilies sunga na mafamilies pa manyumba patu. So za survive kwanja tati muntu. Ore ino then season bantu bakumike nchito zaindo sakira kuti nchito ina. So manja pezeka nzebere. Vochita tapezeka manga tilipe vochita tati zashita sana manje.
Lelo mbako kuboma. Tunolekeshe ko palife watu chitapa company pami so hapa kwa Best Choice Ringo watu imike nchito tapali na reason yo watu imikire nchito tulele bachi nishi watu imikire nchito chawe management itaile mifwaya.
However, company general manager Mr. Harrison Piri was aggressive and declined to comment.
Because also I have returned to labor. You will find me in the process of going to labor office now. That's why when you're outside, I was asking this guy, what do they want? He was, I'm going to labor. Is the salary dismissed? Labor should be notified. There's a lot of, and I can't expose it in there. But with labor, I'll provide all the information.
But with the media, but you know the implications it will have on the company.
That
because we're going to air and then...
You air the half-baked story.
No, as media, if you don't provide, or say refuse to comment, and you know how that sounds, eh? We're going to air and we say they refuse to comment. You give them the opportunity, they refuse to comment. That's what it is. We do write that. So I want to mention the name of the company, the complaints they have made, and the list of the company. To get clarifications, they refused to comment and were cleared. That's what I want to do.
I was sending my lawyer.
Yes, there's no problem.
I was sending my lawyer.
You should
And I'll come and close Camnet TV. I'll come and close it. You're laughing. You're laughing. This is premeditated. Yeah? You don't do things like this.
After being informed that the story would be aired despite the company declining to comment, he has alleged that the four were employed on the basis of nepotism by one of the supervisors, stating that the same man has also since been dismissed on the same allegations as well as on allegations of bribery. Meanwhile, the four have called on the Ministry of Labour to investigate the matter, stating that it is untrue and has left them destitute. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Former Kabwata Member of Parliament Given LUBINDA has sued United Party for National Development Youths, Mainda Simata and Likwanya Matumolo for defamation of character. Mr. LUBINDA, who is also Patriotic Front acting president, is demanding 1 million kwacha for damages. This is in relation to accusations being peddled by the UPND youths that Mr. LUBINDA personalized the Kabwata Skills Center, depriving the youths access to the building. The United Party for National Development Alliance Monday formally reported former Kabwata Member of Parliament Given LUBINDA to the Anti-Corruption Commission for allegedly turning the Kabwata Skills Development Center into personal property during his tenure in office. Among the youths was Kamala Ward 5 Councillor Mainda Simata, who threatened to deny access to Mr. LUBINDA to the building if the ACC does not comply.
The trend of political figures being cited for corruption soon after they leave office is not new to the Zambian democratic dispensation. Many political figures, especially those from the former ruling party, have been summoned and questioned for corruption allegations ranging from owning property suspected to be proceeds of crime and generally taking duly advantage of their office to do wrong things. For close to 4 months, former Kabwata lawmaker Given LUBINDA has been put under pressure by the United Party for National Development Youths, accusing him of personalizing Kabwata Skills Center, which is meant for the benefit of the community. Monday, 22nd February 2022, saw the UPND Alliance Youths, led by Mainda Simata, report LUBINDA to the Anti-Corruption Commission.
That is not what that property was for. It is for the community. So we want SEC to expedite this issue before we engage other gears that are going to have to force us to mobilize our people so that we can just now forcibly take over that property, because we are not going to wait for investigations which will take too long, because we need to use that facility now, and we have to take over that facility now on behalf of the community, because it belongs to the community. We are going to give, we agreed on 2 weeks with the dealing officer who's looking at this case. So after 2 weeks, we expect to have a positive, concrete feedback. And the feedback that we want is for that place to be returned back to the community in the soonest possible time.
And in response to this, Mr. LUBINDA has sued the UPND youths for defamation of character, demanding 1 million kwacha. In a letter, Mr. LUBINDA has cited a TV appearance on one of the TV stations where he was accused of the same offense.
People are free to accuse anyone they wish, but to provide evidence is another matter. So now we're going to wait for the accusers to adduce the evidence. And it's good that they have gone to the Anti-Corruption Commission. However, they went to the Anti-Corruption Commission after they received a demand from my lawyers on this issue, because they've been going about it for months on end. And finally, when my lawyers wrote to them, they decided to go to the Anti-Corruption Commission. So at least now they'll be given 2 opportunities to prove that indeed what they're saying is true. They will have to prove it to the Anti-Corruption Commission and also have to prove it in court.
Sharon Kalimbola, Camnet News, Lusaka.
A political analyst, Professor Bizek Piri, has lamented that the former ruling party is being weakened by the intra-party divisions, a situation he has described as unfortunate. Recently, social media has been dominated by audio confrontations among senior PF officials pertaining to party affairs. And Professor Piri says the approach in the PF rebranding process is not convincing and may reduce their vibrancy as a major opposition political party in the country. And he says in key positions is also a mistake they are making, adding that they need to convene before the convention slated for June to confront critical matters affecting them at the moment.
I would rather have the parties, PF, quickly organize. They shouldn't wait for June. They should find a way of having a national convention as soon as possible so that people are elected properly and therefore they can confidently run the affairs of the party. And also maybe I can take this advantage that what I'm saying also goes with the other former political parties. The Movement for Multi-Party Democracy, the United National Independence Party, they need to get down on the ground and say, let's reorganize ourselves. Why am I saying so? Opposition political parties are what make democracy work. When you have a weak opposition political parties, democracy also becomes weak. In other words, the United Party for National Development, which is in power today, needs strong opposition for it to function to the benefit of Zambia. So, I'm not saying UPND is not the best, but I'm saying for them to work effectively and well, they need to have opposition parties that are well organized. Who can be saying to government, no, I think things should go this way. And that way, we are going to build Zambia together.
In other news, Bishop John Mumble says the recommendations by the Zambia Law Development Commission to repeal the law criminalizing polygamy under the Penal Code should not be entertained, as this will lead to moral chaos. Bishop Mumble said that there is need for the Zambia Law Development Commission to clarify this matter before speculations grows among the Zambian people. The Commission recently recommended for the repealing of the law criminalizing marriage to another person while legally married to another under the statutory law, stating that the same is already provided for under the Marriage Act.
In countries like Zambia, tradition and religion conflict, as the country is a Christian nation. While customary laws allow polygamous marriages, this is forbidden under statutory marriage. If found guilty of practicing bigamy, which is the act of marrying another person or legally married under the statutory law, this can attract a prison sentence of up to 5 years. A recent recommendation by the Zambia Law Development Commission to repeal the criminalization of the bigamy law in the Penal Code has sparked debate among stakeholders, with some for and others against the same. The Zambia Law Development Commission say this is only meant to prevent the law from being duplicated, as the same already exists under the Marriage Act. A clergyman, Bishop John Mambo, says the repealing of this law under the Penal Code could lead to moral decay, as the matter may be misunderstood.
Zambia is a Christian nation, and all I can say, this subject shouldn't see the doors of Parliament. The Law Association of Zambia, our traditional leader, because if you are to simplify things, already in different chiefdom, this is happening. Why do you bring it to be into our law books? All you are trying to do is to force people to marry. But look at the divorce rate in this country. Look at those of us married to one wife, the way we are struggling economically and all that. And where we're heading to. If I told you, declare yourself in your preamble a Christian nation, then you do the opposite.
Bishop Mambo further says the country has other pressing issues, such as the need for the Information Bill and the enhancing of the Bill of Rights, unlike repealing the law of bigamy.
The Bill of Rights of as one, you know, Information Bill all that. So why rise to something that, that doesn't help the nation? This is quite urgent, because if you have your Bill of Rights, you don't need to spend millions to see a lawyer. If your rights are being trampled upon, you take that to court and the day is good for you. Information bill, you want to know more about me without you having been troubled and so forth. So we need to, in fact, there are a number of them that were left by our colonial masters.
Various stakeholders have called on the Zambia Law Development Commission to come forward and clear the confusion that has come about due to the same. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. PF Vice President Given LUBINDA drags the UPND youths to court for defamation of character. A clergyman charges that legalizing polygamy will undermine Zambia's Christianity tag. Thank you for watching. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.